Death. What a perfect,
Jeez.
perfect death. What the hell is that?
Can we avoid any kind of real disease? Please, I'm having a rough week.
And you know, if there's a disease that somebody has, I don't think it's beneficial not to address it.
I got stuck in my house the other day. I was almost late for work because I got so anxious. I started cleaning in my kitchen and I couldn't stop. So can we just?
Okay,
Well, you know what's even rougher is like the death of a dream or the death of a
oh man.
of a passion, the death of love.
That's what happens when you get married. Everything just dies.
Everything with her son
Everything
fine.
dies. I know, right?
It's like the Pacific during the war.
Well, you know, sometimes when everything just absolutely dies, like if you have a fire and it just burns everything, well, that's where things grow anew. So maybe death is a good thing.
Aren't you a glass half full kind of
Jesus
person?
Christ. When did you get so optimistic? You know, it's like, oh, death is it burns the fire.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just wipe out the whole slate, and then they'll have a little sapling will just come out of
Sapling.
death.
Did
Well,
you
it
hear
comes
that
out-
TED Talk? Is that what this is from?
Ah,
TED Talk.
TED Talk.
Right.
TED Talk.
That's
I
why
just-
you missed the party.
You know how much she loves celebrating her birthday.
Yeah, but every year it's the same thing. It's always like depression and sadness.
We love that
and-
game. What's sadness? What a great game. Twister. Life. We play those too.
Yeah, but it always ends up being about something else. Always like Twister. By the middle of the Twister, you started bringing up how it's like it's a metaphor for our growth, or
It is a metaphor for our growth. That's what Twister is all about.
which I wouldn't have a problem with if there was at least a small sliver of hope.
Well, that's happening.
There is no hope. We're all dying, and it doesn't matter where you put your foot or your hand. It's all over.
Yeah.
Sometime you're gonna have to move, and eventually you're gonna fall,
And then you lose, and then you're
and then you lose, and
dead.
it's over. It's
Look,
over.
after that last party, I went home and I cried for like 3 hours, and I
That's-
just could not take another one of
It's
those.
because you're too sensitive.
You're too sensitive and you drink way too much, man. I mean, that's what this is about.
And you know how you get. I mean, it's. Oh.
You're so melancholy. I mean, it's like you just sit there with your whiskey and just. It's always rye. It's always got to be that 100 proof rye too. He likes that. And then just.
Sip,
Oh,
sip,
my life
cry,
is so
cry,
sad.
cry.
Well, everybody's got to have their one thing that eases the pain of being alive.
So now it's TED Talks. You're switching whiskey for TED Talk? Is that,
Well,
I
the
don't-
doctor told me to lay off it and try to find some alternatives. So I did like anybody would. I would just go online and look at some YouTubes and do random Google searches, and I stumbled upon some stuff that I really connect with.
You're not going Jesus on us now, are you?
No, I'm not that crazy.
Are you sure? I mean, you did miss the party. I mean, that could take you all over into a different, I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying.
We didn't even
Come
think
on, I mean,
about that.
why? What's so important about me going to this party anyway?
It's my birthday.
We are 3 friends.
When every time
We're the best friends. Paul, Paula, Pablo. It's a 3-piece.
3 Ps
It
in a
was-
pod.
It was like destiny. Pod peas, yes. And
That
that's
was
like,
good.
it's
That was
destiny.
good.
Yes, it was good.
That's why we need you at the party for that kind of stuff.
Okay, but look, you guys can't keep bringing me into this web of darkness and disappointment. We have to.
What?
If we're gonna keep getting together for birthdays and anniversaries and all this stuff, then we really have to make a little bit better, make things more productive and more positive.
Paul,
Paul.
I are about the acceptance of the truth,
Exactly.
it is productive. We are emphasizing the reality of the world, and it's almost like Buddhism.
Look, you guys,
Accepting suffering, moving along, death is inevitable.
let's just let
living in the clouds, man.
All right, let's get out. Let's get it out. You guys identify as pessimists.
Okay. I mean,
Well,
realists, you know, I mean, the people call
Right.
No. I identify as a realist.
Oh my.
You guys
Really?
are pessimists just to be pessimists. I mean, I think even in my version of reality, there is a young sapling that can come out of wiping the slate clean. I don't really believe that you guys believe that, and I think that is what's separating us.
I believe that the sapling can rise out of and then the sapling is going to grow into a tree and die, because that's what happens.
That's pessimism.
That's the truth.
Eventually it dies. You know, Arizona ash only lives for like 20 years.
They die.
It's not like
Everything
everything's
dies.
not the mighty sequoias.
Okay, well you got a point there.
And then
But
I almost thought about the cicadas that aren't the sequoia, but the little thing. They're
Right.
barely.
They're
Have
dead.
sex in bed.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't we do normal stuff at a birthday party, like laugh and have cake? You know, instead we play some like crazy existential version of Twister, where I go home and cry for 2 hours.
I didn't cry for 2 hours.
I didn't. Either.
That's because you're a pessimist and you're sick.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
We're,
Wow.
Okay,
That was strong.
I'm sick.
I
That was
retract.
strong.
I retract. I'm sorry. I just,
No, let's address this.
Right. We need to, like you said, we need to.
Sick? You mean like psychologically messed
I
up?
just.
You mean like.
How can somebody be so dark?
Are you even paying attention to what happens in the world? I mean, are you even looking at what's happening? And
My
seeing
eyes are wide open.
all the
Really?
living, you know, we have people living in the streets for no good reason. We have people dying because they can't afford to go to
I've
the
got
hospital.
the windshield wipers on my eyes. They've been squeegeed. I can see. Or at least I
Okay.
see what I need to do.
And what do you need
What
to
is
do?
that exactly?
Pray tell. Do tell.
I think I need to separate myself from the group as it is because I can't live this way. I need to find some positivity in my life. I need to find it. And I have seen a small glimmer of light of it, and I need to do that. Now, if you guys can follow me, you are welcome to.
Small glimmer of light. Sounds like Cornerstone Church bullshit, man.
I was thinking Kundalini yoga, but same thing.
Exactly the same thing.
You're
I
gonna
don't
wear
know what
white
it is I'm looking for. I
Um,
don't know what it is, but it's out there for me.
Death
Death is waiting.
is out there,
Death is part of life. Out of death comes life.
and then death again.
And then
It's a cycle, yeah. You got a point there. But
he keeps saying we have a point. We have points all over the place,
Right, but
but
then you call
but
us dark
yeah,
and
and then we're-
pessimistic.
and
I don't
sick.
understand.
And
And
sick.
sick. Well, you got sick.
I'm sick.
I haven't gotten sick yet.
I think by association you were also
Probably
sick.
so. Probably
the
so.
same thing. Yeah.
Pablo and
You
Paula
kinda
are
shot
just.
that. We're just sick.
pessimistic. Paula and Pablo are
just lighten up. Maybe just lighten up surface level, and then
We're light. We have good senses of humor.
We do. We're
I
laughing
mean,
all
this
the
is
time.
we're not. I don't understand.
the things that you guys. I mean, you guys laugh at some stuff, and it just makes me feel like.
Like what? Paul.
It makes me feel sick to my stomach.
So now we're sick, and we make you sick.
So it's everybody's sick, but just us in a different way. He's like physically sick, and we're mentally sick.
But we're making it happen.
We're causing it, which I actually kind of feel good about.
That's pretty powerful.
Because if you're actually affecting somebody, That's
Now we are Paula and Pablo, the powerful pessimists.
powerful. PP, the 4 Ps
There
You
was
know what
no
I saw?
Colin.
You know what I did the other day?
in a pod.
I was walking down the street and I saw a little boy sitting all alone at the bus stop.
'Cause
I went
mom
over.
left him.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
was running away from home.
I went over and I talked to him, and he said his parents were never at home, and he just kind of
Yeah, pretty
is
standard.
wandering the streets.
Right, yeah.
And he said he was hungry.
Like a
and
waif.
Yeah.
Did he look like a waif?
He looked waifish.
Yeah.
Like the little match girl.
Yeah.
So I asked him, it's like, can I walk into that 7-Eleven and can I buy you a sandwich?
Right.
And he said, yes, please. I'm very hungry. I'm so hungry. I went in there, I bought him a sandwich, I bought him an orange juice, and we talked. And
You know,
he ate
orange
it.
juice is all sugar. That's not.
Right, especially the kind that you buy at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
See, come on, all right. You're
Yeah.
losing point.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
water.
it felt good, and I felt like I was doing a good thing. And see, right there, that is it. With your negativity all over again.
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, you're gonna give a kid,
Sugar.
you know, just sugar. He's
Sugar and white bread.
He's undernourished, and let's just give him some shit food because he'll eat anything because he's so hungry.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a real angel in disguise.
Just think of one positive thing to say. Just one.
I mean, I liked my party, except that you weren't there. That's positive.
Hmm. Ah,
That is negativity cloaked in positivity. That does not count.
positive. That's. I don't see the point of
Mhm.
positive. Yeah,
Right, the positive.
positivity is just so
Mm-hmm.
blinded. I mean, you're not looking at life in real terms if you're positive about it.
Right. It's like the rose-colored
Glasses,
glasses thing.
yeah.
I mean, being positive is like wearing rose-colored glasses
Right.
and not seeing the harsh black and white reality and some gray that's in the world right now. You know,
I
I
don't
mean,
want to do
it's
that.
we're
Look,
all just gonna.
I've been all around there. I understand all of it. I get it. But I mean, if we're all gonna die, if everything's like, why can't we just accept that and then put on our rose-colored glasses and look out there and try to find that small glimmer of light and actually go toward it and foster it? What's wrong with that?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
It doesn't exist. First of all, it doesn't exist. That glimmer of light, you're just imagining it. It's not real. So you are working toward something that is non-existent, which is nonsensical to me. I can't live like that. I'm just fooling myself.
Agreed. I agree.
Well, that makes me sad because we've been through a lot together.
Yes.
Well,
And we can continue to go through a lot together if you get your
stay the course. you know.
right. I was going to say get your head on straight, but that's just the way I was going to say it.
Yeah, but we can't be doing this, when we're 50. You
Doing
know?
what?
Just staying in the same old basement, brooding over the same old stuff,
We can't.
So what-
We have to grow.
So
We have to
you're
get out of this.
So what I'm hearing is that you want us to give up our
Core belief system.
core belief system, which is quite rational, I believe, and join the cult of positivity, the super woo. That's what I'm hearing.
And just work toward the light.
You guys are calling this a cult. It is not a cult.
Well,
I have
didn't
a
say
vision.
I
I'm starting to
actually-
develop a vision, and I want to follow this. I
Right.
don't believe it's a cult.
Hmm.
You notice the word cult? It's always the other outsiders telling you it's a cult.
It's all cults. Of course, people inside their cult don't call it.
No, I think in order
Because
to
cult
be
has
a cult,
negative connotation.
you have to define yourself as a cult, and we're not a cult.
No, you're wrong, actually. I mean, I appreciate what you just said, but actually, it is people outside this thing that's happening that actually make the definition that it's a cult. Because to you, it's like normal.
No, it's just me. I just want to do my own thing, And I don't know, in this definition of cult that you so speak of, is there a cult that is one person? I think for a cult, you at least need 2 people. I don't even have that. I'm just a dude with a dream following it.
Well, I mean, if you're stuck inside that and that's what you do, and it's just you, then that can just be your single person cult. I don't know why that couldn't be. You know, for sure.
So why do you have this ticket to the TED Talk circuit in your pocket? TED
Yeah.
Talkers, cult leaders. Oh.
You're trying to be a cult leader that, oh, how did I miss that?
Well, you didn't dig in his pocket.
Oh,
I don't need that. They send them via email.
Then why'd you print it?
dork. It's an Eventbrite. You do it on your phone.
I like it for my scrapbook, but it's not that big of a deal.
Scrapbook.
TED Talk circuit.
I'll just print another copy of it. Thank you very much.
For your scrapbook.
For your scrapbook.
Alright, so I enjoy TED Talks. I like going out and helping people.
Oh my god. Dude, you know, I mean, we help people. It's not like we don't help people.
When's the last time you did something for somebody?
I gave money to a homeless guy today.
Every day. We see him. I
I bet you lectured him.
Didn't say a word.
I get $5 bills in my pocket just to hand to homeless people.
I might have said something
Just
about something, but I gave him the money.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you said a mouthful to him.
well, it's better than giving him a mouthful of white bread and sugar water.
Truth.
Hey, I read an article. White bread is just as good as
It's on
anything
TED Talk,
else.
right?
All right.
TED Talk from Ronnie White Bread Wilson.
I
Yeah.
read an article.
I like sugar. You know what? I like Little Debbie's. I'll eat Little Debbie's. I don't care.
That's okay, man. You can eat all the little Debbie's you want.
Yeah, because I mean that's fine.
It's disgusting, but it's fine if you want to do that.
If you guys want to just sit here and wallow in your negativity, that's fine.
We're sitting here actually wallowing in your positivity and how negative it is. I mean, because if you look at it rationally, our negativity is really positivity because we are working toward a positive goal of showing the world as it is. Whereas your positivity is really negative because you have this light that you're going toward that doesn't even exist.
Right.
And if that's not negative,
Right. We are actually in the process of accepting what is and moving within that reality. You, on the other hand, are doing something different.
completely outside that, you're moving toward what never will be.
Well, as I was going to say before we got into all of this, I happened to purchase 2 extra tickets to the TED Talk that's in Jacksonville.
Wait,
I also have
Jacksonville.
2 vouchers.
Paula, Jacksonville. Yeah,
You did that on purpose.
I know.
I have 2 vouchers for 2 train tickets that we can use.
So
For
voucher
this
is
trip.
like a free ticket? Is that what a voucher is? Free ticket?
Free trip.
So don't think that
Yeah,
I'm,
last
don't
time-
think I'm,
Last time I went to Jacksonville, that was Party City.
City.
I mean, that was Paul, you were a wild man.
Remember when he hung off the second floor balcony
The
and you had to
third
grab
floor.
his feet?
Yeah.
Yes, third floor, and he was like, "Woo!"
You know,
That was positive right
that
there.
was right there was the game right there.
Bang. That was awesome.
That was so cool.
Oh, Party City.
trip to Jacksonville means you guys are accompanying me to the TED Talk.
Do we get separate hotel rooms or
Or do we have to
Well, I think you guys have to figure out the
Like a
lodging
suite?
situation. I've already.
I don't mind the
secured-
couch. I don't mind the couch.
I've bought your tickets to the TED Talk. I've secured a
You
way
told us that.
there.
What are you going to keep repeating to it? We get
Well, I'm just
it. We
telling
get
you.
it. You want us to thank you for your magnanimity.
You asked me about lodging. I can't handle your I can't.
I'm just asking you a question.
You're pulling us along
Logistics.
on this thing. This isn't, oh, out of the kindness of my heart, I bought you this ticket to the TED Talk. It's, I want you guys to change, and I'm going to give you the ticket to make it happen.
And they're vouchers for the train, so it's not even like you
I'm
bought
just-
them. Would you get free stuff from your other cult leaders?
It's just me. There's nobody else.
All the
Was
TED
it your
Talk.
followers?
Are you doing a TED Talk?
Oh,
You're doing a TED Talk.
I can't believe that.
Well, it's more of a audition. I don't know if you know about this TED Talk circuit, but everything is actually very scripted, and there's a very rigorous screening process and audition
Practicing
process.
like he's practicing his TED Talk while talking to the audience.
That was great.
And so for that reason, white bread and orange juice is exactly what you should feed to a homeless waif that you see sitting at a bus stop because his mother has abandoned him. I'm such a good person.
I know what you're doing.
That was great.
What am I doing, Paul? What am I doing?
You are
Whew.
laying it on very thick with the sarcasm.
Oh, well,
Good job.
at least you're not totally out of touch with the reality.
When did you start talking like this?
He does sort of talk. He sounds like he's making shit up all the time. He's like, well,
Like you should have a pipe. You should
in a
have
monocle, maybe
pipe
a
in your
monocle.
mouth. It's so funny. This is positive right here. Right.
See, all I do is I try to grow, I try to break out of my shell, and this sort of thing, laughter and ridicule, ridicule and laughter happens, and this is all because you are very negative people. You need to break out of this mold. You gotta find what it is
He's telling us
that you can.
He's crazy technical. Just like he's a cat.
Oh my god.
I mean, but wait a minute. So
All right, wait.
that's what that black mock turtleneck was for. That's what that was for. We were at Kohl's the other day, and he's looking at black mock turtlenecks. He didn't buy it in front of me, but he's like looking at them like longingly, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here, dude? Oh shit.
And you wonder why I didn't show up at your party. This happens every time.
Oh, dude, it didn't used to happen
Ooh,
until you got weird.
You
You
started to, yeah, you started to change a lot.
know, once Louise left you, that was the. I mean,
That was a turning point.
6 months ago,
Yeah.
you kind of went off the deep end,
Diving into the light.
trying different stuff, man. I mean, we tried to save you, tried to rescue you, but maybe this is the final intervention here.
I'm not gonna let your negativity bring me down. And I think it's really shitty of you to bring up Louise when yesterday marked the 1 week where I did not bring her up or say her name.
Well, we really had no way of knowing that
Right, we weren't all together.
because you didn't come to the party. You know, if you'd come to the party, maybe we would have known.
You would have come to the party, you would have brought it up.
Yeah.
We were busy playing Twister, man. We probably wouldn't have brought it up at all had you shown up and played with us.
Yeah.
Then none of this would be. I'm so overwhelmed.
Still, we still can go with you to Jacksonville.
Ooh,
I mean, I'm kind of down for that. 'Cause
Jacksonville would be fun.
Jacksonville has some good bars. I mean, that is
Mm.
kind of redneck country, but that's still
No drinking on the trip.
in like two.
The only thing I ask is that you do not
That's
drink on the
That's all
trip.
I ask you is just not to live. Can we eat? Can we? Is that okay? Are we allowed to sleep?
Only
You can
white
eat.
bread and orange juice.
White bread and orange juice. That's all you get.
Alright, that's
You
enough.
homeless waifs. And don't steal, pickpocket any wallets either.
So not only.
I think you can support me in this.
Can I
Look,
speak?
you may speak.
You two have a tendency to take over.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
So, what I'm hearing is, I'm trying to be sensitive, sort of, that you bought us tickets to go to something that And you have vouchers which don't cost you anything to go to Jacksonville. And you didn't get us any place to stay, but you expect us to go to accompany you to your cult meeting and
It's
watch.
not a cult meeting.
Okay, you
Whatever you want to call it.
whatever that is. And now you're laying rules down.
Just don't drink. Does everything have to be one big boozer with you people?
Well, I mean, of course. If we're going to be honest about it,
Yeah.
I mean, what am I going to? What? I don't even know why we're sitting here now without a drink. To be honest, this is really strange.
This is all very weird. And frankly, okay, you're gonna think I'm nuts, but
Okay.
I was thinking that possibly in an attempt to be supportive, I would maybe come to one 15-minute TED Talk. But if the not drinking rule is on that,
That's
no, that's
not a player. Yeah.
I can't sit through one of those.
We can not drink during the 15-minute TED Talk. We can like
Do
drink
that.
up to it.
Okay, how
We can
about
like
you
just tailgate. We can pregame it.
No, how about you may drink at the hotel after all of the TED Talk festivities.
We may.
Are you buying?
Are you my dad?
I mean, if he's buying, he can make the rules, but I don't think he's buying. You know,
All right, fine. Drink whatever you want. Drink it all up. Drink it all up, drinkers. Have another pint of Jim Beam.
Okay, mister. I used to suck down rye like it was
100
my
proof
water.
I go through a
Don't you
handle a
people
week.
know I'm trying to change my life? And you're laughing, everything. It's all one big joke to you. Laughing it up. Laughing.
Positive.
What else can we do?
Positivity.
It's funny, and
It's
we're
funny.
giving it a positive slant. You know, it's hilarious.
Okay.
I just have to.
All right.
How
I
do
realize,
they breathe
look.
at the Kundalini things too?
Okay.
So, you know,
Mm.
breathe light in, breathe dark out.
I don't know. Do my hands smell like purple?
Hold on. Kind of.
Right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Not a pretty purple though.
No, exactly. It's not a pretty purple.
It's just purple.
You, my friend, are not a pretty purple.
All right now.
You are in some kind of.
Okay. Let me try to meet you halfway here. I understand that my kind of transformation to outsiders may on the surface appear a little ridiculous, silly, strange. But you have to realize that I am of sound mind and I'm adult and I can make these decisions that affect my life. And I would think, as good friends, Paula and Pablo, that have a long history together, that you guys can, that I can count on your support. And if it makes things easier, I will buy us one hotel room.
Sweet. Well, as long as there's, I mean,
There's gotta be some space.
like
And a mini bar.
mini bar. Look, man,
That's halfway.
and you're talking about the changes in your life like it's a positive thing. Okay,
Well,
we're
it
looking
is.
at you from the outside. You're looking at it from where you are. We're looking at you from where we are. It's not positive. You're going, I mean, you used to be this cool kind of hippie kind of guy, and now, like, look at your hair, man. It's like all buzzed and straight, and you got those glasses, those like TED Talk guy glasses. You shaved your beard. You know, I've never seen him in a t-shirt anymore. You know, it's always like these button down. He's got those you know, frat boy untucked shirts because regular shirts don't look good untucked. Right? I mean, that's ridiculous. Don't you see how ridiculous that is? That's not positive. That's fucked up.
But I'm starting to feel happy.
What? No. Sorry.
I mean,
That's
the whole
false
thing
happiness, man.
with Louise the whole like dark abyss that my life has been for the past, gosh, if I'm being honest, 5 years. And for one time, I'm actually starting to feel like I am capable of being happy.
That's how cults get you, man. They find you when you're at your lowest point, and they make you feel like they are what's lifting you out of it. But it's not them.
Mm-hmm.
It's yourself, and you're putting your faith in them, in Ted,
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
in yourself. Even though you are forming the single person cult, I think that's actually kind of a positive. I mean, I think everybody should have a single person cult. I mean, but I think you're getting your information from outside instead of from inside. But you feel like it's from inside. It's like having a personal relationship with God,
Oh.
who doesn't exist. So how can that even happen?
What would y'all do if you were me?
Stop. Stop.
And do what?
Have a drink?
Have a little drink.
I'm gonna get some drinks. 100 proof rye?
Well, we at least do.
Bullet? Bullet?
I've felt better since I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, buddy, Paul, I care about you. I do. I've loved you for a long time. And I hear the words coming out of your mouth. I do. And I just worried. I'm worried that Pablo and I are gonna have to drive up in a station wagon and kidnap you and throw you in the back of the car and then have you deprogrammed. That's what I'm worried about. That may sound extreme to you, but you're not seeing what I see. I mean, I practically see you shooting sunshine out of your eyeballs right now, and it is freaky. And just so, it's such a huge, here it is. Here's what it is. And I think Pablo would agree with me. This is such a drastic personality switch and so fast. It's like when my brother suddenly found crystal methamphetamine. It was like that quick. That concerns me. Sudden flip of who you are. Weird. Real concerning.
But I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the concept of a epiphany, the concept of a moment of clarity, that is a real documented thing, and people have those moments in their life. You haven't. Maybe you have no personal experience with this because y'all have been stuck in the same rut. But
I have had that.
an epiphany.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, and my parents were so religious. And I just asked them, I'm like, well, what about people in Africa who never hear about Jesus? You know, what's happening with them? And they said, well, they're going to hell because they didn't accept Jesus. And I'm like, that ain't right. That was my epiphany that God is bullshit. You know, that whole religion thing is just bullshit. So that's why I react so strongly when I see somebody behaving in a religious way, even if it's not religion. The TED is your religion now. And the answer is inside you. It's not out there. It's not in anybody wearing a fucking black mock turtleneck, man. Have a drink, man.